You were the kid who learned to read early, the one adults called mature for your age. School was easy. You didn't study, but you still got A's. Everyone told you you had so much potential, but now you feel stuck, paralyzed, like you're waiting for a future that never arrived. You look at your life and see half-finished projects. You feel lazy. You feel like a fraud. But here is the truth. You aren't lazy, and you haven't lost your intelligence. You are caught in a very specific psychological trap. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why you stuck and how to finally move forward. Society tells you that potential is a gift, but for the human brain, potential is actually a heavy burden. It's not a promise of success. It's a fear of failure disguised as a compliment. Let's talk about the effort threat. As a child, you were praised for being smart, not for working hard. You're so clever, they said. This taught your brain a dangerous lesson. It taught you that success should be easy. So now, when things get difficult, you don't just feel challenged. You feel threatened. If you have to try hard, it means you aren't naturally smart anymore. So you stop trying. Psychology calls this the fixed mindset. You avoid the work to protect the label. It's not laziness, it's self-defense. Here's what people get wrong about your procrastination. They think you don't care. Actually, you care too much. You are terrified of being average. You would rather not do the thing at all than do it and be just okay. In your mind, a 0 is better than a 60% because a 0 means I didn't try, but a 60% means I tried and this is my limit. And that thought destroys you. So you choose the 0. You choose the safety of potential over the reality of doing. This leads to the second problem, the taste gap. Because you are smart, you have good taste. You know what good looks like. But because you never learned to struggle, your skills are not as good as your taste. You write the first sentence and you hate it. You start the project and it looks messy. A normal person thinks, I need to practice. But the former gifted kid thinks, I've lost it. You see the gap between what you want to do and what you can do. And instead of building a bridge, you jump off the cliff. You quit before you can be bad at something. So how do you fix this? You have to rewire your reward system. Here's the framework. The bad draft rule. 1. Give yourself permission to be average. 2. Set a timer for 20 minutes. 3. Your goal is not to do good work. Your goal is to do finished work. Write a bad paragraph. Draw a bad sketch. Code a broken app. Prove to your brain that the world doesn't end when you aren't perfect. Volume first, quality later. Carol Dweck's research on mindset proves this. Children praised for intelligence tend to choose easier tasks to keep looking smart. Children praised for effort choose harder tasks because they want to learn. You are stuck in the first group, but the brain is plastic. It changes. You can move from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, but only if you let go of the need to be special. Listen to me. You are not broken. You were just praised for the wrong thing. So you were given a label that was too heavy to carry. It is okay to struggle. It is okay to be a beginner again. That uncomfortable feeling, that isn't failure. That is simply the feeling of learning. Being gifted was a description of your childhood. It is not a definition of your adulthood. Intelligence is not a status symbol to protect. It is a tool to use. And like any tool, it only works when you take it out of the box and get it dirty. Real smarts isn't about knowing the answer instantly. It's about staying with the problem longer than anyone else. So I will leave you with this question. If you took the label smart off the table, who would you actually be? Because the person underneath that label is the one who can actually build a life. Do you suffer from perfectionism, doing nothing, or burnout, doing too much? Pick one. And if this video made you feel seen, hit subscribe. We are building a new way to think.